have bad news. You're a baddie.
What?
You have type 2 diabetes.
I thought I was mid.
You were, but then you had a stage 4 glow up.
How could this happen?
Have you changed up your skin routine? Maybe doing some more squats, it looks like?
I don't think so.
Well, it might be genetic. Some people just get really lucky.
How much longer do I have of being single?
I'd say 3 weeks, maybe 4. It's only a matter of time before some guy comes and tries to wife you up. Hell, I might shoot my shot.
Oh my god!
This year will likely be your last Christmas without a boyfriend.
Can I get a second opinion?
No need. I showed all my buddies your Instagram and they agreed. You're clinically hot.
What can I expect? What are the symptoms?
DMs, unwanted flirting, catcalling, and it's only gonna get worse the badder you get.
Is there anything you can give me?
I can give you this oversized hoodie. It's not gonna do much, but it'll give you some comfort.
I guess I gotta go find all the guys who ignored me in high school and add them on Instagram.
This is part of the job I love.
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. Today, we're diving into a topic that's often talked about, but rarely explored with nuance. The experience of being a beautiful woman. And yes, I'm not a woman, but as I said, I can usually put myself into other people's shoes. And because I know women that are associates in family, I've been able to observe their struggles depending on how attractive or unattractive they are. It's a subject loaded with assumptions, stereotypes, and a whole lot of societal baggage. We're going to unpack the advantages and the disadvantages and uncomfortable truths that come with navigating the world when you're perceived as conventionally attractive. This isn't about judging anyone, it's about understanding the complexities of how beauty shapes our interactions and sometimes our behavior. Now, I would say this goes the same thing for men that are really attractive. But I don't think men get weighted down exactly by their looks. It may in a negative way or positive way, but not in the way that women are largely judged by their beauty most of the time. And of course, as I say, beauty is a sliding scale. There are men or society that will consider women that are thick and curvaceous are beautiful, and women that are really slender and small are beautiful. So it is a difference right there. But of course, when you're watching movies and what's on screen, we would generally think that is what society thinks is beautiful. Or maybe that's what they're trying to tell you what is beautiful in society. So let's start with the positives. There's no denying that in many ways being considered beautiful can open doors. Studies have shown that attractive individuals, both men and women, often receive preferential treatment in various aspects of life. This is why men be simping. For example, research suggests that attractive people may be perceived as more competent and trustworthy. I don't know about competent. I don't think always intelligence plays a part in that. But trustworthy, yes. I think, especially with a beautiful woman, maybe men that are attractive, that women find attractive, they tend to see a halo above their head. I know when I was younger, I would often think that. And this is one of the reasons why I think when attractive people are acting horribly, that people will give them passes because they can't shake the thing of the picture, the idea in their head that they are this perfect angelic being. Think about it. A beautiful woman might find it easier to get a table at a crowded restaurant, receive better service, or even have her opinions taken more seriously in certain social settings. I agree. In the dating world, the advantages are often obvious. Attractive women may have a wider pool of potential partners and more opportunities for romantic relationships. This isn't necessarily a reflection of their character, but rather a consequence of societal preferences and biases. Furthermore, beauty can be a form of social currency, providing access to certain social circles.
This is the day in the life of a hot girl. I wake up at 8 a.m. and put my Venmo handle in my Instagram bio. By 8:03, I've made $1,500. Then I recite my daily mantra to get ready for the day. Just be hot. Just be hot. At 9 a.m., I'm nice to a stranger, and he thinks I'm flirting with him. This is why I can't be nice. At 11, I have brunch at Erewhon, and a random man pays for my meal. At 11:30, I receive my daily dose of attention.
You're hot.
Then I call my Stevia daddy and get 20K transferred into my bank account so I can go shopping. At 1 p.m., I check my DMs, 457 requests. I even have a few from a high-profile celebrity. At 3 o'clock, I get pulled over for going 75 in a school zone. The officer asked me some serious questions.
What are your plans for tonight?
I'm going to catch steak. He lets me off with a warning. This is the day in the life of a hot girl.
Oh boy. Now, this is why to the women out there or to guys out there that's blindly siding with the women and everything, this is why there will be men that say that women are living life on easy mode. Now, bear in mind, even in cases like this, we all tend to generalize. Not every woman is living this type of life. This is definitely your tens and probably nines. The very beautiful women. And they have to have a fine balance of being nice, being a little bit flary, whereas some men will think if she's acting a little feisty is cute, but not too much. Some nationalities of women tend to overdo this particular thing. That's why for me, no matter how beautiful the woman is, if she has a real nasty attitude right out the gate, that totally just turns me off. If she's on her best behavior and she doesn't really show that side until she either I let her get leverage on me or I start getting attached and that starts really coming out, then I'm more inclined to let that crap pass. That's why my plan since 2018, I will say, is don't get in that position because I know my weakness. So we keep women, I keep women in the preliminary stage that hopefully they F up and then I can get out. Now, let's delve into the less glamorous side. While beauty can be an asset, comes with significant challenges. One of the biggest is the objectification and sexualization that women often face. Now, women, you have to understand this. Men, sometimes we be like boo hoo because we see all the benefits that you are getting. But being a little bit on the other side, seeing how women can be harassed, how they can be stalked, and I don't generally believe in double standards, but there are some that I believe is valid. For example, I think if a guy's stalking a woman, it can turn dangerous, okay? But if a woman's stalking a man, because I've had some stalkers, it never turn violent or dangerous. It may turn to kind of awkward or weird that you're like, why don't this person just come forward and say something? But again, I guess because men and women are different and men are more prone to action. That's why I don't think it's healthy if we stalk a woman. If you like her, just go ahead and say something, get that out of the way. And if it's not going to work, move on. Beautiful women are frequently reduced to their physical appearance. Now, I know I recently said something about Scarlett Johansson, which I get why she might feel a certain kind of way now, but you can't really complain about it when you decided to make money off of your appearance. But as you get older and you're not getting as much attention because of that, or maybe you never really liked it and you just grinned and bear it, but now, since it's toward the end of your sexuality making money phase, now you want to complain about it. So I kind of frown on that, but in a way, I feel bad for the women that do feel like it just boils down to your appearance. Because all women know that as they get older, their appearance starts to go. If they gain a little weight, their appearance starts to go. If anything happens that takes away from how they look right now, which it is over time, their value to what men usually go for tends to go. And this is why I think a lot of times women fight against it, but at the same time, a lot of you profit off of it too. So it's kind of like pick a side, pick a side. Oh, and one thing I want to say, while society is like that and women does have that type of pressure, and that's why I meant that men that are handsome, they don't really get that type of pressure, but they will still get disregarded, okay? Or your Tom Cruise, or I can't think of another guy that's aging out. Men that were hot at that time, I'm pretty sure they are not considered as attractive now as they get in their 70s and 80s. Okay, the only thing they are valued for is their money. Now, the only thing I will say with this, which I do understand the woman's point of view of why they feel like they don't want to be just judged by their looks. On the other hand, as men, we just get judged by what we can do for you, what we can give you. Even if we're giving you a feeling, that emotional high, we are judged by how we are making you feel. So once we are not doing that, we are no use to you, and a lot of you will just discard us, cheat on us, divorce us, leave us, when we are not giving you one of those things, which I do think the emotional thing is probably the best thing you can give a woman, because she'll be more loyal to that than you giving her money or attention, being nice to her. Truthfully, I don't think none of that stuff matters to most women. It might be some that act like it do, but I don't think it does. I think it boils down to how you make her feel. Beautiful women are frequently reduced to their physical appearance, their intelligence, skills, and personality often overlooked. Not for me. I will notice how a woman looks first, then I will see what interests she has, what things she likes. So not all men do this. Society wise, yes. And I would say for women to be a lot more happier with their lives. You can't change how society is going to view women, just like as a man, I can't or a black man, I can't change how society is going to view me. But the people that I let into my life, the woman that I'm dating, the woman that I love, those are the people that their opinion matters more than anything because they can affect my life. So, for the women that have men around them that do realize that you're a great individual and who you are, usually guys that's in your friend zone. I'm not talking about the guys that's trying to be your friend to get into your pants, but the ones that took a chance, maybe they did like you, but they also got to know you and they value you for that as well. Treasure those types of people. Stop trying to beat your head trying to change how society is because I don't think that's going to happen. This can lead to unwanted attention, harassment, and constant pressure to conform to unrealistic beauty standards. This is a form of discrimination. I'm reading this from a note. Yeah, I guess it can, but at the same time, you are usually benefiting from that particular thing. Look, this is a similar thing like when people get famous or have money. I think with anything in your life is a pro and a con. If you become rich, you're going to have family, people hitting you up for money, people acting like they your friend. That's the thing that's going to happen once you get a lot of money and people know about it. If you're very attractive, you're going to have people wanting to sleep with you, wanting to be in your space, wanting to parade you around as a trophy, whether you a man or woman. That's what's going to happen. Again, instead of going crazy thinking of how society thinks, worry about the person that's in your life and how they see and view you. In that way, you will be less stressed out. It can have significant impact on a woman's self-esteem and mental health. Yeah, I think that's why a lot of women have anxiety. And I'm trying to think of, the depression. So, once again, the same way that men have that thing of they deep down they want to be useful. Even the guy that's playing video games, he's just avoiding that talk with himself or that feeling. So he's diving into escaping the real world in that game or the drug, whatever he's doing. But for women, the fact that you have guys online saying that once a woman gets over 30, she's no use or she's damaged goods. Now, that depends on what she has done in her life for me. Okay, if she just been with hoodlums and drug lords. She's made very poor choices in her life. She has real bad drug addiction. Now, maybe if she's been removed from that for 3 to 4 years, maybe she might be a good individual now. But I'm just saying, men and women go through different things. And I think the reason why a lot of men off themselves is because they don't talk about it. Now, women do talk about, but they still go through a lot of stuff, and that I understand. But remember, not all men look at you in that way. Give attention to those types of men. You're worrying about how society views you. It's kind of like that old adage, you can't make everybody happy. And not everybody's going to like you. So if you go into it with that in mind, then you're going to have an issue. Now, it's different if you're at a job and you notice that a person's getting over because of their looks and you're being overlooked because of your looks, then that's totally different because that's impacting you like right now. But as far as what people are saying online or something, just stop listening to them. Me, I will date a woman that's older as long as the same way I keep up with my physical appearance as much as I can and I try to live healthy and I'm not on drugs and stuff, that's what I expect of her. So whether she's in her 20s or whether she's in her 30s or she in her 40s. As long as we have a connection and she's taking care of herself, then it doesn't matter to me. And really, as I said before, I'm not really looking to have kids. So, yeah. I have a video right here that this woman's going to talk about being a beautiful woman. And it made a lot of sense. So, I'll be right back.
I think that something people fail to realize is that when you are a conventionally attractive person, it doesn't make it easier to find someone you're compatible with. I would go a step further and say that it makes it a little harder, and here's why. Men will date you, and I think even go so far as to marry you because they find you attractive and they know a lot of other people find you attractive and they like to be seen with you. I truly believe that my ex-husband never liked me. I don't think he liked my personality. I don't think he liked my sense of humor. I don't think he liked being around me. I think that he liked the way that I looked when I was by his side and the way other people saw him when he was with me. Also, I think he wanted to have attractive children, and I come from a fertile family. That sounds weird, but like everyone in my family has a bunch of kids, and he wanted a bunch of kids. So I genuinely think he married me because he liked the way I look and he wanted to use my uterus to house his children. And now that I've been dating for a while, I've had quite a few men tell me things like, oh, I didn't talk to you at first because I thought there was no way you were single. I thought there was no chance you didn't have a boyfriend or a husband. I've also been told things like, I love walking into a room with you and having people's heads turn to look at you. I love how when we go places, people notice you with me. And I'm not mad that they're saying these things. I know that they're trying to compliment me and tell me I'm beautiful. But what I hear is, I like being seen with you. And what it makes me wonder is, okay, but do you like me? Do you like being with me? Do you want to just sit around and do nothing with me? Like, is my personality attractive to you? Like, you don't know. Also, you will have a lot of men who show interest in you, who say they want to date you, and you're weeding through like a lot of options who are not good options for you, you're not a good option for them, but they get almost, I call it blinded by the booty. And it's not just about the booty, but it's just blinded by this physical thing that they want. Because, right, men are so visual. Because so many men date based on this like physical appearance that they want in their girlfriend, they end up compromising values they have, the things that they want, and it makes it feel like, to me, it's all on me to decide if me and this guy are compatible, because he might be able to overlook all these reasons why we shouldn't be together, and I'm the only one trying to determine whether or not this relationship has what it takes to go the distance.
Wow. And I think a lot of men do this. And actually, this was probably the fifth or sixth time I've seen this video. And then something clicked in my head. I guess the same way when women can't nail down that bad boy or that man that they really want, and they just settle on a guy because of what he can do for her, not how he is making her feel, and just because he has money and he seems to be cool, but that's not really what she wants. Men may do a similar thing on the front end when we're just picking on exactly how a woman looks. And she's nice enough, but it really won't work because we don't have things in common. We can't really hold a conversation with each other. You may really find some things that she does is irritating, but because she's very attractive, you're kind of letting it go. And again, with the bad behavior. Now, the only thing that I would say with that, which I understand what she's saying, for me, it was always the thing. My guard is usually up at the very beginning, especially now. But once it's down, I get to know her, or I think I'm getting to know the woman, and then she changes up and then starts displaying some type of red flags or yellow flags. that I did not see before, and I definitely was looking early on, but she's showing them now. I have this tug of war thing of, well, people are human and everybody has faults. I have faults. Everybody has faults. So then I try not to judge her harshly on those particular things. Yet, as the relationship progresses, some of those things will become huger and more of an issue and a problem, and it doesn't get better. So I'm stuck at that thing. Should I just nip it at the bud, trying to put her on under a microscope that she has to be so perfect? Which I don't think that's fair. I don't think I would be able to withstand that. Yet, women do this later on in the relationship with the microscope thing, and that's how they are able to leave and say, I'm not happy anymore because he lacks the 20% that I'm not getting from that side dude. Well, not the side dude, but, well, for some of you, the side dude, but the men that I have fun with. And I want to have fun. I don't care. I do care about security. See, and that's the thing too. I always am realistic with this type of thing. If I'm with a beautiful woman, I know she's going to get a lot of attention. My thing is if she's too flirtatious and too much in men's faces. But I know just the fact that she's walking out there, she's going to get attention. Unless if you want to dress her up in Muslim garb. And really, that's for you because of somewhat your insecurity. Because not all women have to be dressed like that. Of course, she don't have to be half naked, but she don't have to be covered up like a mummy either for you to feel secure. At least for me. I think it has to be like a balancing thing with that particular thing. She can't be disrespecting you, but you can't be totally trying to put her in the straitjacket in so many words. Because eventually a person is going to want out of it. It happens the same thing if a woman does it to a man. So being a beautiful woman is a multifaceted experience filled with both advantages and disadvantages. It's not a simple equation and there's no easy answers. By understanding the complexities, challenging our biases, and promoting empathy, we can create a world where all women are treated with respect and dignity regardless of their appearance. Now, again, I would say stop concentrating on the whole world because the whole world is going to think how they're going to think. I'll use this example. I'm a black man. White people that don't know me is going to sometime think, depending on where they see me, they are going to think, is he going to do some criminal activity? Is he going to use the N word? Is his pants going to be hanging down? Unless if they see how I'm dressed at first. But automatically, if somebody was talking about me or they saw me from afar, they're going to form this picture of who they think I am. My thing is, okay, I know that perception is out there. All I can do is be me. So you can come to your own conclusion afterward. But everybody's going to somewhat prejudge from the information they are getting out on the world. Because how a lot of black people are portrayed in movies, on TV, and also by themselves, that's what I have to fight against. So there's no use whining about it. I can just be the best person I am, and that has worked in 90% of my interactions with most people of other cultures. I would ask women to do a similar thing. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you do, but I'm hearing the ones that are whining about certain things. Unless if you are getting harassed, stalked, or your life is in danger, that those things I totally understand. But as far as worried about the pressure to be beautiful or the pressure to be this perfect individual, if you're going to worry about the people that you care about that's in your life. Those are the people that matter. because you can't change how the whole world is going to see you if they choose to see you in that kind of way. So that's it. Give me a like and subscribe, and have a good day.
Decided to be hot. Congratulations. Here's what you need to know. You'll receive wanted and unwanted attention from men and, surprisingly, women. Your DMs will be flooded. Hearts, flames, bad English, primarily ugly guys. But occasionally, the professional athlete will come through. Score. This will be the #1 way you boost your ego. One of the many perks of being hot is that men will give you free things for no reason. Enjoy. In the workplace, you'll be perceived as more competent and trustworthy. You'll enjoy 10 to 15% more income than your mid-looking colleagues. And if you don't feel like working, no problem. Use the camera on your phone to take photos of yourself and post them online. You'll be able to sustain a living from this. And if all else fails, simply marry rich. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your life. Welcome to being hot.